Welcome to another exciting episode of Red Cheating Stories. My name is and today I'm going to share the story of a person whose name is Paul and he was 34 years old. But before moving towards the story of him and his wife, Maria, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for the latest updates. So Paul says that me and my wife, we were very much in love with each other. She means the world to me and I want to give her every happiness in life, but it is not happening. But like me, she used to do our jobs. You know, we were not in a good situation. We were in high school together and we were both made fun of each other because I was overweight at that time and Maria had braces on her teeth. And when we were in a relationship, we became laughingstock for the school as well, that we are good for nothing but good for each other. But with time, we both changed a lot. And after that, I also lost a lot of weight and Maria's smile became very beautiful. But there is no one now to judge us and this is all we want. We were happy in our life and I had no family. Our love is good, but our luck was not so good and we both used to work, but still our needs were not fulfilled. We had been married for 8 years, but we still didn't have any children. Maria's father was a very rich man. But Maria was not his only child. There were many other children. Maria was one of them and Maria's mother had harassed the man so much that she filed a divorce case against him and took a lot of money from him. And then she got into a relationship with a young boy. That's why he doesn't think good for Maria and never tried to contact her and also not a fan. She didn't even talk about her father. If she ever talks about her life and her mother, that's always bad. She does. Maybe he would have given her some money but nothing was going to happen. I was very fed up with my life, a life in which you have to make money and have to think like that. Today, I don't have money but will I take supplies home and our children were not being born? They say that if a child is born, it becomes easier to live with a wife. But the child, I was not born, which was no one's fault. Yes. We used to take so much tension that our system got damaged. We used to live with each other. Everything's fine. But still there was tension in our minds. All the time. Life was going very bad. Who wanted to have such a life for himself? That's why to get escaped from this life. I will not say that I did much good because I did a lot of bad and that was my vibe. She was supporting me no matter the circumstances we're in each other. But I had cheated on her and went around with her stepsister because she was very beautiful. But she had a very ugly scar on her face due to which many people were not attracted to her. But her body was very beautiful. She was so hot and a full package of fantasies. It's a scar that makes her less valuable. But to me, all that mattered was her body because I am not a fan of beautiful faces and she was only a time pass for me. I'm not in love with her. I love my wife. She's the one who is my life partner and I was very lucky. You know that she was my love and she's a typical wife material and that's what I love about her. Elena is a nice side chick. I liked her very much. We hang out with each other and got into a relationship after that. We met every day and she lived with me. She knew that I didn't have money. So whenever we went out, she used to spend money whenever we went out. Like we used to eat in a nice hotel while Maria couldn't remember the last time she had such a meal because I didn't take her anywhere because we couldn't afford it. Once I came home and he told me that I have not eaten because the supplies in the house are gone. I got angry with her and I told her that I have no money from where I can get money. Everything has become so expensive. I told her to shut up and go to sleep. When she sleeps, she won't feel it. And she made me a sandwich and said it was the only one I had in the house. That's why I made it for you. I told her that I'm not hungry because I went to a big hotel with her sister and came back from there for eating. She kept for me. I told her that I'm not hungry to eat this. I also apologized to her but she still did not eat it. She fed me half of the sandwich and ate half of the sandwich herself. She said with love in her eyes that whatever happens, we will eat together. This is what we promised to each other. I feel sorry for her. You know, self, that I am not doing well with my wife. But I got to use, you know, her sister. I couldn't live without her. She was so beautiful. He used to feel very inferior because he used to say that this mark is on my face which can't be hidden even with makeup. I used to tell her that you look very beautiful because I didn't care about her face. Anyway, my wife was more beautiful than her. But as I said earlier, we didn't take care of ourselves. We didn't exercise, we didn't do a single thing. That's why Maria was gaining weight and I was already overweight, and my weight is always over the fine. But I was tall and dashing. That's why I look quite good. We didn't know what we were doing with our lives and life that was going on. You know, one day I came home and my wife was very worried. I asked what happened. She said that the order came from the bank. They say that if we don't pay the rent, they will take our house. But you paid the money. Then how can they send us such a thing? I did not tell my wife. I did not pay some of the installments, and it was probably the one that totaled $40,000. I was so embarrassed that I told my wife. She said that she should have told me such a big lie that from there, we will get $40,000. We don't even have $40. The bank gave us 3 months to pay this amount. But I knew very well that all this will not happen in 3 months. We could not make 40 grand in a year. And we also had over-expensive as well. I was very worried. But when Elena was with me, I felt a lot of comfort because she did not tell me that. Now it is an expense. Now it is true. I was going to live in this swamp. But on the other hand, I also thought that it's my wife's fault. I am cheating on her, and that's not a good thing. She doesn't deserve it. She was worried for our future and I'm making it worse. But what should I do? I have trapped myself and I didn't understand what to do. When I saw Alina, I used to think that there is only one life and this life should be enjoyed. But I used to look at my life and think, after all, she has only one life too. So why am I living her life? Why I am doing to sue her? I was in two boasts, and happiness is never written in the face of such a person because he gets caught in the middle. I did a lot of bad things to myself. People also do such things. But they don't realize what happened to the empty feeling I should have fixed everything. Troubles upon troubles were coming upon us, and all them because of my wrong policy. I didn't pay the full amount to the bank and got the house in my name. I thought that it is such a big bank that these people will not know. But those people are very clever. They have the whole record. That's why they know. Now we had only 3 months after that our house would have gone. You know, and wherever we went, we had to live on the streets. We could not beg on the streets, right? I didn't understand what to do after all this. And on the other hand, the feeling of guilt was killing me. I was not going well with my wife, but Alina had become an addiction from which I could not leave. One day, I was sitting at home when Maria's condition suddenly became very bad. She was taken to the doctor. She had not eaten 2 days. The doctor told me the news that I was shocked. I said, "Your wife is going to be a mother." We were so surprised and so happy that we cried with joy because we were waiting for that day. We were trying, but nature was delaying it. Today's news was too big for us, tears of joy in my eyes. I came, but you know, starting crying today, and she said, "What will happen? We don't even have money, we won't even have a rest. Then how the fuck are we going to do this?" And I told her that I don't want to be with her right now. She was sad and shocked that all of a sudden I broke up with her for no reason. She was not mad at me. She said, "I will wait for you." But I said that there is no point of waiting. This is what I said to Alina, right? I didn't say this to my wife. But I didn't want to cheat on my wife anymore because she is going to be a mother of my child. And I don't want her sack. She should not get any shock. She should be happy in those days. I will work hard day and night, and I will collect and also to save money for my child. Alina loved me so much. She told me that you tell me the reason why I don't tell her any reason. She was calling me repeatedly and I was not answering the phone, right? And once I picked up, she said I wanted to talk to you, but your number was lost. That's why I called your husband because she was her father's oldest and youngest daughter. Maria didn't like her at all because her father didn't even call her anymore. He didn't even talk, he didn't even call, but he had a lot of friendship with his daughter who lived in her father's house. I said no, maybe he thought about you. It doesn't matter after all. She's your sister. After a few days, we found out that he has passed away because his belt was very bad. We went to his last rituals. When I went ahead to console, she hugged me and my wife saw the scene. Well, it was not at all strange because she was sad. But when I came home, my wife started questioning me and also made me feel ashamed. I told her that I had an affair with Elena. Please forgive me. I did all this secretly from you because I was very upset and want to have a good time with her and she's an easy cash for, but I left everything and I will not go to her again. My wife did not answer me. She went to her room crying and locked herself. I kept knocking on the door, but she didn't answer. I stepped outside. And when I opened my eyes in the morning, she was sitting next to me and it seemed that she was still thinking about something. So she told me such a thing that the ground came under my feet. I started apologizing to my wife. She was looking forward like a robot but was not seeing anything. She said that you should do something for me today. I told you I wanted to conceive my wife. So I told her I will do whatever she says. Just listen to me. Don't be angry with me, forgive me. I put her hand in my hands and hugged her. After that, she told me very calmly, go back to her, make a relationship with her again and give her a lot of love. Then ask for a fair amount of money, take the money because Dad has given all his property to her name before he died. And now if you're a good and important person to her, she will give you a lot of money by which our house will be saved and will also save some money for our child. After that, you leave her. Of course, what you did was very wrong. But now what I'm asking you to do is maybe more wrong, but it is our compulsion. I was surprised I don't need to do this. Told my wife we'll do something else. But my wife said that this is the way we have it because 2 months have already passed. Maybe I will have to have an operation. My wife angrily told me that now I will have to do this work. You were doing it when your own heart was willing to do it. I have told you that you are becoming very good, told my wife that I will do the same. I get back to Elena. I asked for her forgiveness and she came back for me happily. And after that, I spent most of my time with her and told her all my problems and she gave me a lot of money. After that, I left her and all our problems were solved. My wife told me that if all these things are punished, then you will get it. There's not your first mistake. That's why I'm forgiving you. I got back home in the rush and all the problems are solved. And my wife said that I have forgiven you, but I have not forgotten all of it. If you do something like this again, I will leave. You. Told my wife that I won't do anything like that again. I realized before, too late, but I realized now that I have ended all relationships. I asked her to forgive me and she said, don't do it again. This is wrong but it makes her life better. Everything is fine. Elena did not try to contact me again. Someone else has came into her life and she became very rich, right? But we have our house back and we have saved money for our child and our business are doing well. Sometimes doing bad things has to lead you to good. I have learned that from my life about something good comes to form. But I am happy that she has forgiven me because if she didn't forgive me, then there would have been a lot of problem for me. Now I am happy in my life. You guys tell me whether what I have done is right or wrong because since that, everything has